Kamala and I are equal superhero fans. I read all the Miss Marvel comics when I was in high school, obsessed with the MCU. I grew up with it, and now I'm in. Kamala and I are pretty much the same person, except my Carol Danvers is Tony Stark. My favorite superhero is Iron Man. My favorite movie is Iron Man, and that'll never change. Hey MTV News, I'm Miss Marvel, aka Iman Vellani. And I'm here to tell you all my top 5 things that I've learned from Miss Marvel. First thing I learned from playing Miss Marvel is how good gyros are. I'd never had a gyro until I filmed this show. I love a classic beef gyro. Lots of hot sauce. Hot sauce is a must. The next thing I learned was how to embrace my culture and be proud of it, how cool it can be to be brown. I really was super dismissive about being Pakistani and being Muslim growing up, and now I'm, so lucky to work with so many incredibly talented Muslim and South Asian creatives who are so in touch with their culture, and that just made me want to reconnect with my own roots. When Kamala was asking her parents if she can go to AvengerCon, that hit really close to home for me. I would have to get it in my parents' head weeks in advance if I wanted to go to a party. And then we'd have to compromise on what time I'd come home. They'd be like, okay, you have to be home by 11 o'clock. And I'm like, but the party only starts at 11 o'clock. Just a lot of pleading. Now my parents trust me. But yeah, I totally felt Kamala in that scene. This one's gonna be a cheesy one. The next thing I learned is how to be unapologetically yourself. I think Kamala is just, very proud of who she is, and I think it's so admirable that she doesn't really change, in front of a boy or in front of her parents or in front of her friends. She's just herself. I definitely learned a lot reading the comics in high school because, you're constantly putting masks on and pretending to be someone else, and just watching Kamala just be so open about her love for the Avengers and gaming and fanfics. I thought it was amazing. Another thing I learned was how uncomfortable supersuits are. I didn't expect much, but I expected to pee. It really grounds a person when you need someone else's help to go to the bathroom. So, yeah. Yeah, the first time I put on the supersuit, it was wonderful. I could just not stop thinking about the 15-year-old self and the cosplay that she made. It's crazy. It's super surreal. I think AvengerCon really made me realize that I was kind of in the MCU. I don't know, it felt so surreal. I wish my room looked like AvengerCon. I know my dreams look like AvengerCon. But yeah, it was wonderful filming that scene. I had so much fun, and it was honestly really distracting. I would be just moving around in between takes, looking at all the Easter eggs that we planted in there, and I was just surrounded by Marvel vomit. It was wonderful. The last thing I learned was that Bon Jovi's kind of a bop. I like Bon Jovi now. That is creds to Zenobia and Mohan, who play Muniba and Yusuf in our show, Kamal's parents. They love Bon Jovi, and it totally rubbed off on me. Ooh, specific Jersey things I learned. I visited Jersey for the first time a month ago, and I was just so shocked about how much of the vibe we captured in Midtown Atlanta. But the Euro carts, those things are everywhere. That made me happy. And also all the art and graffiti. Jersey's quite colorful, I found, and I thought it was, really wonderful that we can kind of bring all that back into the show. When I found out I got the part, I was in shock. I felt completely numb. I did not feel anything for a solid couple months. I think only last year I started to process the fact that this was real. I'm really happy that people can finally, see what I saw when I picked up those comics for the first time. This character and her world just means so much to me. It's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of weight that comes with being the first of anything, and this show is the first of a lot of things. I try not to think about it because then I'll never get anything done, but she has so much to offer, and so many people can learn so much from her, and honestly, I hope that this show has the same impact that the comics had on me.